Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Sold Exclamation Point. We got a nice weekend sale one. Not a massive one like we had last week, but some real cool stuff got sold, and maybe a story or two. I don't know. We'll see what comes out. Let's go in right away. 1997, Nebraska Huskers, the national championship. That was 31. Obviously, the older you go, and it's a national championship, the more you'll get. I actually gave that guy a pretty good deal at $31. Next up, we got a Florida Panthers a Nike script. So this is a super old listing. It took forever to sell. I don't know why. $14. So it wasn't expensive. I don't know. I would, if I saw another one today, I would buy it again. You know. Sometimes you can't explain why things take so long to sell. Kentucky Wildcats National Championship Tee, 17. And we got this really great Steve Nash. And I think this is a 2X. Yeah, it's a 2XL. So it's pretty rare size too. But this great big 2XL Steve Nash shirt, big graphic. That went for $25. And the Pittsburgh Steelers crew neck, Salem Sportswear, so 90s crew neck for the Steelers. Alright, next up, let's do hats. First up, we have a Guns N' Roses true vintage meshback snapback. I had purchased a lot where there were 5 of these. I sold this one for $35. I have them priced at $60. But this came to a customer who purchased a few items from me when I was first starting out. I always try to give them like really, really good deals. But it goes to show you, if you're someone who is an early customer of somebody, you might continue to get pretty good deals from them because they do appreciate that, you would buy from them early on in their business. And I'm one of those people that do that. So my early clients, my early customers, I tend to give them good deals, or I'm a little more lenient on them. Or I might be willing to list stuff I wouldn't list for other people. I appreciate it. And it's really hard to get businesses started. And, if you're an early supporter, you might get some extra stuff. San Jose Shark, this is a hat from a new client of mine that I picked up. He's from what I hear, and based on his first submission, he's been picking stuff forever. So I'm real excited to pick him up as a client. His first batch was a batch of hats. I was able to list, and he didn't know really what he had in terms of the range and collectability, just, hats that he thought were cool. I was able to list all of them. There weren't any duds. And he had 4 or 5 real heaters in there. That I was really happy to get and really happy to list. That Sharks one was one of the lower end ones. Went for 15. Okay, this guy. So first off, if this hat was a 7.5, it would be well over $100, and it would have sold a long time ago. This is the 97 gray Baltimore Orioles hat, the one that Cal Ripken Jr. wore when he broke the streak. I believe they only had it for 1 or 2 years. It's extremely rare. I got this in a hat buy in my second year in business. Most of those hats are long gone. This is one that I refused to discount. It was super rare. The reason why it went for just $37 was it is a 6 3/4. We're talking 10-year-old, 10, 11-year-old who can fit a 6 3/4. But I felt that this hat was so rare and so collectible that I wasn't going to reduce it massively. Now, it's reduced significantly because of the size, but it's taken a long time to sell because, most people can't wear it. Next up, here's a hat that I sell a lot of, the Bourne Braves, which is a Cape Cod League hat. You've seen this a number of times, just watch my videos. 27 for this guy. I'll take that off. Next up, we have a throwback Mariners hat in size 7 from that, size 8. And that big lot of hats that I got that were all size 8. Relatively new hat, came out in the last couple years, I think. It's actually pretty clean. I thought it might have some staining, which is why I went for so cheap, but it just came out. Anybody who wanted one pretty much got one. That one might be one that will be worth more over time, but you know, I'm not going to hold on to it for 10 years and wait for it to be worth more. Went for 27, so real solid sale. It's real clean, probably only worn a few times, but the customer got a discount, so instead of 40, 27. We got another San Diego Clippers hat. This is the one with the really weird bent lid. I have 4 of these. They all have that lid because they were all stacked together, and I still don't understand how that could occur. The lid isn't broken, so you would be able to curve it if you wanted to with a little work. Sometimes bills will get old and brittle, and they'll actually crack. So you would go to bend it, and then it would just snap. And then there would be this line, and it's real gross. This one, it does look gross. This one is bent, but I believe that you'd be able to shape it with a little time. And if you wanted to flatten it out, I don't know how you would do that. Maybe have something very heavy. I don't know how you would do that. Might be an interesting experiment. But it's something that you can definitely curve over time. Whether you can flatten it out, I'm not sure. Morrissey music ticket from 2017, $7. The sell-through rate on music ticket stubs that are new is very low, but they do sell. I've sold a number of them. Next up, 2019 Donruss. I got 3 Elite Series inserts. Pat Mahomes, Rob Gronkowski, and Marquise Brown. That would be Hollywood Brown. He had a big first week. I don't know, 100 and something yards, couple touchdowns. Those went for $7. I got 2 red Prizm, Verlander and Jeffrey Rodriguez. These are both tier 3 cards, so these are the most rare ones. It's $10 for those 2. The Smoky Collection, we had 3 expos sell. That went Ken Williams, Curtis Pride, and Israel Alcantara out of 97 Flair. 97 Flair is a highly collected in-person autograph set. And Curtis Pride, so I went to Gallaudet University, which is school for the deaf, and I actually played baseball for a year. And then after I left, sometime after I left, Curtis Pride actually became the manager of the baseball team. That always made me sad that I wasn't born a little bit later. It would have been cool to be coached by him. Then last up, we had another autograph collection that came in. This is for a client. He was a basketball autograph collector. Lots of basketball and stuff, but he had a large number of cards. And so just like I branded the Smoky Collection, I branded the basketball collection the 10K Lakes. I don't think it's as clever, but it sort of ties all those autographs as from one autograph collector. There's a Steve Nash in there, but the Nash, the signature is very light and very hard to see. So we didn't charge very much for that at all. 2 Yi Janlins. He also had a basketball in that collection that got sold. And Manny Ginobili, which is pretty cool autograph. Those 4 went for $28. Last up, no, not last up. So we got Pennant, Bucknell Bison, small school. Pretty much with any collectible in NCAA, small schools are good because there's just not a lot of supply. And when there's not a lot of supply, you get a little more for it. But that one only went for $33, so I wonder if maybe there was a couple other Bucknells for sale when I went to list it. Because it's in good condition, there's no real reason to discount it. 2003 Minnesota Wild, their first playoff appearance. That went for $16. There's some tape on there. It's got a little little staining, so not the best condition, but, you know, 16. Vic Power, we got a art print. This is from 1964, the gas station premium. I have a big multi-listing. I've sold, this is my third one that I've sold off that multi-variation listing. We got $12 for that. 96.97 media guide for the Gophers. That is their Final Four team. That went for $17. And a random Gopher football program with Fred Foggy. Fred Foggy? No, I thought it was Richie Foggy. I wasn't paying attention to the Gophers at this time. That went for $11. And last up, we had this kind of cool pin. It's a plastic pin with some ribbon and a football on it. The bellhops, Islanders. Now, if I would have got this anywhere but Minnesota, I wouldn't know what team to associate it with. But this is a high school, DeLaSalle. Probably, maybe 50s or 60s, but it's such a small market for people who would want this that it's not really worth all that much. We got, oh shoot, I didn't write it down. I think we got maybe 15 for it. So not a ton of money considering how old it is. And that's what we got for today. I've been kind of lazy about posting videos, having kind of a lot of work to do and getting prepared for the store. So I haven't heard back from the listing agent yet for the storefront that I want to make a proposal for. Hopefully we'll hear back something today, and I'll have something for you in a video later this week. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, everybody.